Welcome to Tiny Texas Living. Who says you can't live big while living tiny? Oh, okay. There is a difference between my bedroom and the living room, but it's not so severe that it's like, whoa, it's cold. But the warnings that they're already giving us, not cool. Oh, I checked all of the weather. And today it's 12 degrees and it feels like -2. Oh my goodness. This is going to be a little wild, but apparently this is just the beginning of the really bad stuff today. So far we don't have any kind of like moisture to go along with this. There's no snow, there's no ice, but according to what I just found, that's supposed to start at like noon today. It's gonna drop again, and then we have a possibility of some of the moisture starting to come in and going for several hours into the afternoon. And this is supposed to be the time that we might get snow. So let's see what happens. In the meantime, we also have a grid notification saying that ERCOT has decided to say that they might be a little bit more taxed, and so they might have a little bit of a issue. Okay, great. After they said, we're fine. This is why I prepared, just in case. In the meantime, I'm gonna turn on some light. And pipes look good so far. Let's see if I have water. Okay, I still have water, that's good. That's super good. I start getting real nervous because I can't leave my water dripping because of the well. And I don't want to mess up the well because then I won't have water even after this freeze. But I also don't want to not have water because a line popped or something. And it just makes you nervous when water just sits there in the line. My first instinct is close this because it's in the way, but I can't. That has to stay open until this is over. So I'm gonna pull this out. I'm gonna refill this in a second. Get myself some milk chocolate hot cocoa. Okay, this is ready now. The sky is producing heat, but I can feel a lot of cold coming from here, even with the seal on the bottom. Go ahead and put on shoes that can go outside, even though these are not warm shoes. I'm just gonna be out there for a moment. Okay, here I go. Oh, no cats out here. Okay, they know it's cold. They know it's cold. Oh yay, Speedy's here. Speedy's here. Eat your food, baby. Eat your food, little one, so you can get cozy again. It's just real bleak looking out here today. Okay, a couple more of them are coming to eat. That's good, that's good. Hi, Brave, what you doing, buddy? So I'm glad that they're showing up. Oh, that wind, it just makes my hair feel kind of awkwardly frozen. That's really strange. Okay, I think I'm ready for some hot cocoa now. I have on 2 pairs of socks that go kind of high up, sweatpants, a sweatshirt over a regular shirt. And to be honest, I can still feel the cold even in the house. Even with that, even with both of the heaters on in here, it is definitely much cooler than normal, even in the house. So I don't know. I don't know what else to do. Probably gonna make my home on the couch for a little while. I was going to do some editing, but the floor is so cold. And when I edit, I sit with my feet on the floor. So maybe not. Maybe I don't do that yet. I don't know. Maybe I force myself to and I cover up my feet. I'm not sure. But I think I'm gonna find myself under a couple blankets today, even with all the layers inside. Went ahead and turned back off the light because the light does kind of hurt my eyes. And I guess I'm gonna go over to YouTube and see if there's anything interesting on. I have a pile of like coats and other layers that I can like dig through easily and figure out what works best for me going outside. So in a little bit, probably gonna put on this guy, which is a wonderful, wonderful scarf that my dad got me for Christmas. It's so cozy. I also have a couple more jackets under here. I just wanted to give myself all the options that I needed right here so it'd be easier, and then I can always put these up after the storm. So many things. Well, I was sitting here watching some YouTube and checking out all of the different updates kind of around, and I saw that ERCOT warning again pop up on Facebook, and somebody had reposted it, and they reposted it saying that Denton, which is just a little short ways up the road, is already starting to see people losing power at their homes, and when they're calling to ask, hey, is this going to be fixed because we're about to possibly get snow? They're being told that they're working on it, but they can't guarantee that it will be back before the snow. This is why I have power stations. Okay, let's see. Okay, so far it's okay. So since I found these, I'm also going to pull out this beanie, this hat, and this guy right here. I can feel the cold coming from the front door. So while I was looking around online to find out a little bit more about what's going on around me, I noticed that there were some other things happening. There are some warnings by fire departments about plugging in heaters to power strips, because apparently that's happening and people are catching things on fire. There are also warnings about people with pets leaving their animals outside. Oh, of course, I can't control the cats that I live around because they're feral, but if people have pets, they should be bringing them inside if they can. It's just not fair to the animals because they're defenseless in comparison to the people. So there's that. I'm also seeing more power outages, flickering power, and estimations of snow starting up pretty soon. So we'll see. See if that actually happens or not. But I am now as ready as I'm going to get to go outside to check on things. So I'm going to go do that, and I'm probably realistically needing to put on another coat layer. I have made a horrible miscalculation in my life. I left my puffer jacket, I think, on top of my van. I can't find it in my room. So instead, I'm going to take my sleeves, pull them down, and then put on this big fluffy robe that I have. It's just, I have so many layers, it's going to be harder to do that. Oh. I also have to uncover one hand because I can't open things. Okay, so far, the cats did not eat very much. Like, they barely ate anything. Should I move it into their little houses? I don't know. I just don't know. Oh, well, this is frozen. Okay, so I'm going to need to bring some more water from inside, outside, because that's like frozen. Okay, there is a definite difference in temperature in here from what it has been. Everything looks good so far. It doesn't look like anything burst, but I am gonna definitely close this door to keep this heat in here because it's not super warm in here at all. Oh, it's only 45 degrees in here. Yeah, that's not great. I don't really need heat in this part of the house because no one's in here, so I will just dedicate it to the area that it needed. I was hoping that I could leave it going so that whenever I walk in, it's not like, whew, oh, still icy, but that's okay. I can always just wear all my layers, and if I need to go to the restroom or something, I can take the layers off in the restroom. Okay. Hi there, Twinkle. We're about to get you some food and water, baby. Oh, there's another one. Oh, they're coming out. Oh, this makes me so happy. Guys, you need to eat. Okay, I just checked the last thing, and it's good to go. It feels really nice in there. It's a small room, so it just needed some heat. All the water's working at all of the spigots and faucets. So far so good. Rocket is proving that Rocket can walk on water because Rocket is walking on the ice. Okay, here you go, Twinkie. Just gonna give you some of this because I just put it out. There you go. Okay, here you guys go. I know It's in a metal bowl, but please drink the water before it freezes, guys. Please drink the water. Thank you. Twinkies over there eating. That makes me happy. And of course, these guys are doing pretty good. So, okay. So far, so good. Okay. So far, it's really cold. It's really, really cold. The cats are shivering, but it seems as though they've been in hiding. So that's good. I just counted and all of them are present and accounted for. Also good. So now I just have the water out there and I'll just have to check it and then put new water out because it's going to freeze very quickly. Oh my gosh, it's so cold. So I can only imagine the poor kitties. We're just not designed for this, and I can't stress that enough. I do see ice here. It's frozen solid. It hasn't been that long since I put it out here. And this one too. So I'm gonna go ahead and take these in. Oh, this one isn't quite as solid. I'm gonna take these in. Looks like they got some cat food in there. Let's see if I can dump this. Okay. Oh, wow. So I'm gonna put warm water in these for now, let them melt. And then after they melt, I'll clean that one that has the cat food out. And then I'll put some more out there. I don't know if I should put hot water out there. I don't know if that's gonna help. I don't know what to do. So I'll do what I can. Okay, so since I've done that, I'm now getting some hand warmers out because the floor is so cold and I just don't have any meat on my feet, so it doesn't retain any of the warmth. So I'm just kind of moving these around a little bit to activate them. And then I have on 2 layers of socks. So I'm gonna put them between the 2 layers. And then I think I am gonna go down to my parents to go and eat now. They gave me a call, said that it was now ready. So a little bit later than what we were originally going to do, but not dinner. So actually that's pretty good because I'm gonna drive down there and I really don't want to be driving after it gets a little bit later, even if it's just to their house, which is on property. Oh no, this is not gonna work. These are too tight with all the layers and the heater. I'm only gonna be outside for a very short time. So I guess I can wear slides. Okay, here we go. There are lots of birds, that's for sure. Okay, let's see if my van will start. That's a big deal too. Oh, my seats are hard. Oh, it's so hard in here. Woo! 13 degrees Fahrenheit. Says it's 17 in the van. I have camped in 9 degrees before. Oh, this is just real painful sounding. Like it's making some weird noises. I don't know how this is gonna work. Everything looks okay though, and I'm here, so I'm gonna go inside and have some chili. Oh no, guys, I just discovered something. I have no water. Okay, so the first problem of winter has begun. This is why we try to do all the things. This morning I had water, now I don't. A couple things. My water is on 2 separate well systems, just based on how it's designed. So bringing over some water so I can go ahead and like flush the toilet and make sure that I flush a little bit down the lines just because that'll help a little, but for the most part, this is what I was dreading the whole time. So, in cases like this, just to get the toilet flush, I need to take this off, and then I need to pour water in here. I'm just gonna go ahead and use the entire gallon so that it will flush the toilet good. Crossing my fingers this works. Okay, that worked. So now I'm gonna go ahead and put the top back on this and leave the heat on, leave everything open. I've already notified my dad to let him know, because again, the water comes off of 2 different wells. And well, that means that this well is going to be completely stuck. There will be no water over here or over to the auxiliary building for a bit. This is the worst case scenario that I was kind of dreading. It is now here, it's a reality. So that means that going forward, I will no longer be using this bathroom, which means that I have a composting toilet option, and that's fine. But I do still have water over at my house currently because it comes off of a different well. So I'm gonna go ahead and fill this back up. And after I do, then I'm gonna make sure everything else is filled up too, because that froze within the last 2 hours, even with the heater going nonstop, which means it's probably frozen somewhere between the well and the cabin. And this is the same well that my parents use, so it's frozen in my line. Theirs is still working, so that's good. This is the part of the weather that no matter what you do to prepare, sometimes it just kind of happens this way. And also, because it's really not great to leave your faucet dripping when you have a well, because it can stick the well open. That's why also it makes it worse that you can't have flowing water. Those are things that a lot of people don't think about, but those are things that I tried to plan in advance, and even with the advanced planning, we maybe bought a day out of it, maybe. Oh, man. Okay, the cats came out, so I'm gonna go ahead and get them some more water. So I'll be right back, guys. I'll get you some water. I know, it freezes so quickly. Now they'll be okay, and a few more of them are coming up to drink also, so that's good. That's gonna freeze pretty quickly though. So I made it like mild water, not hot water, but mild, so that it would stay a little bit longer. So this is where it all begins. It just is gonna continue dropping in temperatures, and as it does, it's going to continue to be more of this. And oh, that's why I was so nervous, because it's not necessarily just the power or just bursting pipes or even the cats or the cold. Nope. It's also things like this, where the pipes freeze but don't break and there's just no water. So that'll be a problem if they continue to do weird stuff. Well, this looks like where I'm gonna be for a while. I'm just gonna be cozy under my blankets, just hanging out, because again, the floor is so cold. So while it's being super, super disrespectfully cold outside, and now that I'm experiencing problems, instead of stressing, I'm going to just lay down and try to think about positive things that I could be working on when the heat is not an issue.